radio, shout it.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High Radio, shout in. As always, I got my podcast partner in this thing, OG Gangsta Wicked, a Ghetto Mafia, and today we got a special guest off in this thing. Dun 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 dun. Yang 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 in this thing. Dun 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 dun. Womp womp. Womp womp. Hey, I'm gonna do that for my brother. He ain't in here, but we in here. Already, what up, though, D-Rock? Now, Kane, how you living out here, man? What's really good with the boss? Last time we talked, it was last summer. Yeah. Now you back in this thing for 2021, man. I mean, what's popping, fool?
Hey, man, everything popping like Cone. We the children of the Cone.
Already.
And we mixed with a little gremlin, but don't feed us after noon.
It's after midnight, Kane.
I said, don't feed us after noon. We get the pop, 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 pop.
Now, answer me this, though, Kane, because I seen where you linked back up with Lil Jon and Club Godzilla out of Texas for a new banger that's going crazy as well. Yeah. What the hell going on with that? How did that come about?
Hey, man, like Lil Jon has always been a part of the Yin Yang Twins' career.
Yeah,
like I told you last time, he hooked us up with the So Del Bass All Star. That's what kind of got us really going. We started doing shows, opening up with Collie Park, and so just to go from there to today, like Lil Jon, when we kept seeing him for like 10 years on the road, we were rocking. Me and D-Rock kept saying, "Hey John, give us a beat. Hey John, give us a beat." He would always say, "When the time right. When the time right, when the time right, I guess now the time right." You know, that really means his mind had to be right. Mm-hmm. Me and D-Rock mind had to be right. And the time of the transitioning of the careers had to all fall in place.
Yeah.
He said, really why I dealt with y'all again was because the only time I ever saw y'all, we all were on the road working. We weren't just sitting in Atlanta and running across each other at no restaurant.
Yeah.
We was always in another city.
Yeah.
You know, and so like Club God, he when Lil Jon gave us the beat, and it took us no lie, it took us like 3 weeks to come up with the record. All in all, so John like he's like a puzzle piecer.
Yeah.
So we were doing songs to the beat, but when we call him back, he'll say, "I took that hook and put it on another beat. I took that verse and put it on another beat."
Yeah.
And so D-Rock finally came with his verse to the song.
Yeah.
And Lil Jon said, "Boy, the way he did it," Lil Jon was like, "Man." He told D-Rock, but D-Rock said he told Jon, "Look, put Shout on there. Let Shout do a little more than that vamp hook." And Lil Jon said, "Negative. You snapped so hard, it got to go."
Yeah.
And like Club Godzilla, like we had a conversation with him at the video shoot, and I was like, he said, "Man, you know, Texas been messing with y'all since the Smoke by Myself."
Yeah.
See, people don't even understand this. Smoke by Myself was the second single off of the Alley album, which had the Ay Ay Ay, right? Texas picked us up because of the Smoke by Myself. That's how we started going to Texas way back in 2001. We and just the young man said that our music, he said, Two Live Crew, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Yin Yang Twins. He said, you niggas got in my DNA. So I was like, yeah, I can understand that. And so, you know, he make the same type of music we were making at the time. Yeah. We came out. It just got a slower beat, you know. So it worked.
What was it like just getting with him and then just having a whole new school vibe with the old school flavor, but it's really the same school at the same damn time?
It's always to me, man, I'm like Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
You always ought to be proud of any nigga doing anything.
Yeah.
So it's like I ain't got nothing bad to say about no nigga.
Yeah.
Get yours. If you ain't helping no nigga make no money, man, you can't say nothing to no nigga today about how they get no money, especially living in the type of world we living in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody quick to jump to some ugly, then they'll jump to some happy. And like that's how I always look at it. I gotta say this. I don't like how we just show our attention to negative music and don't want to keep listening to that goody mob music.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It all works together, man. Everything ain't gotta be about kill this, shoot that, take this, pop this.
Yeah.
That ain't all we know.
Yeah.
You know, real talk. So, you know, I like to have a positive vibe with negative energy.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's kind of deep.
He snapped with that one.
Let's think about that.
Yeah. And it's a lot of us that don't think. And so people think that the Yin Yang Twins' whole career was like a mistake.
What?
And it wasn't. It was already written. You know, like D-Rock and I, we were supposed to get together.
Yeah.
It made sense.
Answer me this though, Kane. When you see that I challenge going crazy on TikTok and hit for 1 billion goddamn views,
Hey, man.
what went through your mind then?
I told these motherfuckers we were certified.
That was gonna be my question. God, man, I knew that was all I had.
I mean, but it like I can say this. When we first hit it big, which was Whistle While You Twerk, the people, they didn't think that we were gonna stay here. And I'm gonna show you something. Like, we tried to get that to Universal. They told us we were trying to follow Nelly. Any one hit wonder group makes a great novelty record. This was their exact words. Okay. So they let us go. We signed the Koch. Like I told you previously, 66,000 spins a week. That's why it doubled back around and bust 1 billion views on TikTok. And newsflash, to bust 1 billion views, that shit ain't got nothing to do with no niggas.
Right.
Billion? It's not 1 billion of us here.
No, it ain't. It's not a billion. Unless you feed us after 12.
Hey, that's it. But I tell you something Big Rude said to me. Shout out Big Rude. What's up, OG? He said, Kane, there's truly power in numbers. I said, what you mean? He said, do you realize that there's so many people in China that if all of them were to stand on a sofa and jump off the sofa in unison at the same time, he said it would knock the earth off of its axis.
Wow.
There's really power in numbers. Y'all need to believe in something other than this shit y'all believing in. Cause shit made Greg grow.
You gotta roll today, man. Bro.
Hey.
So now I got to get my podcast partner in this thing too. Now, I mean, when you think about Kane and being rocking with him for so damn long, can you speak on y'all relationship and how the hell did y'all niggas meet?
Oh shit! Me and Kane met back in the power, but back in the Hard Boys era.
So y'all met in the trap.
Kind of. I came out before Kane.
Okay.
Right.
See, we were kids.
Yeah.
Like I can remember. I remember the Hard Boy buying me and D-Rock lunch, man, when we were 16, 17, 18.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to be telling KT, look, man, you could rap a gangster rap to this fast beat. And he used to be like, no, the fuck you can't, shout it. It don't go together. And I used to be like, yes, it do. But it in order for me and D-Rock to get together, which was, I met Wick through the Hard Boy. Now, it will be, now when I met them, me and D-Rock hadn't even met yet. See, that's the thing. I know the Hard Boys almost 6 years before me and D-Rock met, man.
Absolutely.
Right. All these cats used to come to the barbershop where I used to sweep at. My nickname was Handyman because I was born crippled, you know.
Yeah.
I was born with the cerebral palsy. None of that even faded me.
Yeah.
My nickname is Crip still today.
Yes, sir.
So what makes certain people be sensitive and cry, it made me strong.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't no and like Royal C and Big D and D-Rock are cousins. I think Big D's mom and D-Rock's grandmom are sisters. Mm-hmm. So when they came in the barbershop and I was freestyling and sweeping, and my homeboy, Gary Burst, Jazzy G, GB looking good, sent on Columbia Drive, he say, throw the Hard Boy just walked in the barbershop in your freestyle. And I threw it in there. And Royal C say, hey D, shout it so hard, he got to be a second generation Hard Boy. D say, nah, that nigga so hard, he with us now. And like, they took me under their wing, man. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then me and D-Rock met at Big D house when we were 15. And then we didn't see each other until we turned 16. And all of them were locked up at the time. Like Ghetto Mafia and the Hard Boys were the trap rap at that time. The Hard Boys were not commercial though. Ghetto Mafia came out and they were more commercial.
Wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute. So you mean tell me Wick was commercial out here?
It was
Commercial ass nigga.
Hold on. Let me.
It wasn't commercial.
No, listen. I'm talking about when you listen at the Hard Boys album, it had a slow, dreary feel. Mm-hmm. When you listening at the Beach Cooley C did for them, they had a bit more brighter light. Mm-hmm. And Wick.
But see, we came after the Hard Boys.
Right. But I'm saying, I'm telling him, I'm telling y'all what Big D said.
Yeah.
Big D said, when I heard Ghetto Mafia album, I went to Cooley and said, how you made that album sound more brighter than ours?
We had Doug Vito too. Remember Rodney Doug Vito?
Yeah.
Because he made Indicator and
Right.
So I had a few of them on the ground straight from the Indicator. That was the only difference between us and the Hard Boys, because Hard Boys, I looked up to the Hard Boys.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we all did that was doing my type of rap.
Right.
See what I'm saying? They were before us.
Yeah.
But when I listened to the Hard Boys, I said, okay, I see how far that can go with just that sound.
Yeah.
So then I made songs, like I said, like On the Grind, you know what I'm saying, Indicator, Straight from the Deck, which was, they didn't have that.
Right.
They had the hard stuff.
Which were what were considered at that time as more brighter because of the sound. Straight from the deck. Number one, it was Al Green. Too. Number one, it was Al Green.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that was slanging billows.
Yeah.
That what took it. That what took the sound more commercial.
Yeah.
Because they used something that our parents rocked.
But see, now I just wanted to give Wick hell because, you know, he wants to be underground all the damn time.
I'm UGK, the underground king. Bud said I can have a name. He told me that. I told him, I call him now.
Hey, he on speed dial. What's up, boy?